Welcome back to Retrolist HQ, your curated source for Game Pass gems. Today, we break down 10 exciting titles arriving in late July through August 2025 on Game Pass. Yeah, we know, Game Pass can feel like a flood of titles every month, but this time, there are a few fresh releases you don't want to scroll past. Whether you're into pixel art throwbacks, big-budget sci-fi, or just something weird and cool, we've got a full list for you. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we dig deep, so you don't have to. Let's jump into the top 10 new games hitting Xbox Game Pass this month. Arrive July 29th game preview. Grounded 2 on Xbox. The world is giant, you're tiny, and every leaf looms large. Bug mounts, base building, and survival co-op await. A colossal backyard filled with mystery and danger. Designed by Obsidian. Deep systems, emergent gameplay, hidden nests, and albino spiders deepen exploration. No story chapters yet, but the world is narrative-rich. Voice chat with friends echoes like old-school adventure. It blends toy box fun with adult sophistication. Bulk crafting loops and secrets keep it fresh. Even in preview, it impresses with scope, a unique survival sandbox for explorers alike. Multiplayer adds real teamwork to small-scale threats. Still early, but already a game changer. If size matters, this is huge.
Leave no one behind.
Released July 24th on Game Pass Day 1. A Souls-like RPG set in late Ming Dynasty China. You play a cursed pirate warrior, memory lost, vengeance rising. Swordplay meets Xinjiang sorcery versus knightly spirits. Architecture, foggy docks, and plague-ridden hills evoke folklore. Boss fights feel ritualistic and thematic. Each shrine hides cultural and mythic secrets. Dark, atmospheric, hauntingly beautiful. A cross between history and cursed fantasy. Soul of a samurai, spirit of a pirate. Intense but poetic, combat wrapped in context. A fresh narrative in a genre due for nuance. For lore geeks and RPG purists alike, a Game Pass drop that feels like discovery. Step into this cursed empire, if you dare. Launched July 23rd on Game Pass Day 1. Ride as Cat, chosen by ancient cycling spirits. Explore an open world on customizable bikes. Collect legendary bike parts for mystical rituals. Races and tricks unlock deeper paths and secrets. Vivid regions from neon to natural await. Adventure meets cycling physics in unique synergy. Spirit allies and NPC races add richness. Speed and discovery tied in one gear-shifting experience. A nostalgic indie with modern polish. Smooth visuals, custom upgrades, friendly rivals. Feels like a grown-up platformer on wheels. Perfect for chill discovery or speedrun challenges. You don't just ride. You become part of the ritual. A stylish spin on open-world adventure. Debuted August 1st on Game Pass. Plant seeds across Europe, Asia, and North America. Licensed machinery and realistic crops drive gameplay. Multiplayer co-op builds farming empires together. Seasonal cycles and market systems demand planning. Eco-management meets relaxing mechanics. Landscapes range from rice paddies to frozen plains. Deep economic simulation under casual veneer. A farming legacy polished with modern tech. Visuals of fields shimmering in golden light, perfect for downtime or structured sessions. Strategy, finance, and harvest loops intertwined. A massive sandbox in buckets and tractors. Day 1 Game Pass release is a fan favorite. If your idea of fun is hoeing rows, this is perfect. Drops August 12th on Game Pass Day 1. Senua's mind is more vivid than ever. Audio clarity makes internal voices chillingly real. Dark Rot mode adds roguelike torment. New photo mode and commentary deepen immersion. Norse myth blended with grief and trauma. Mythic Iceland ruined by shadow and sorrow. A masterfully crafted narrative-heavy experience. Enhanced graphics and emotion push boundaries. A sequel that honors the original's weight. Mental health storytelling as game art. Every battle echoes both myth and mind. Technical polish meets deep emotional layers. Mandatory for fans of narrative-driven games. A haunting vision perfect for Game Pass. Officially releases August 26th on Game Pass. The legendary 2006 original, remastered for today. Campaign files at 4K 60 frames per second. Multiplayer supports 120 frames per second. Includes all DLC from the Ultimate Edition. Crossplay and cross-progression unify the experience. Marcus and squad in gritty detail again. Set-piece violence feels smoother and sharper. A cover shooter Hall of Fame reborn. Both old fans and newcomers welcomed. Multiplayer communities revived with crossplay. A classic modernized without losing soul. Episode 1 of Gears, honored with next-gen glory. A nostalgia trip made future-ready. Shooter roots preserved in upgraded form. Game Pass delivers this legacy Day 1. Expected at Gamescom August 20th to 24th, with demos available. The long-awaited sequel to Hollow Knight. Graceful Metroidvania with bug protagonist Hornet. Flowing combat, hidden kingdoms, challenging design. Demo showcases new bosses, tools, and maps. Likely Game Pass launch later in 2025. Expected critical darling in indie circles. A deep world built on 2D artistry. Fans anticipate its grassroots lore and melee. Expansion of the first game's storytelling and polish. Player exploration once again redefined. Demo access a treat for retro fans at Gamescom. Shocking reveal or silent entrance. Either way, huge. Signature difficulty. Signature art style. A must-watch drop if Game Pass picks it up. Announced as part of Xbox Game Pass, Ryu Hayabusa returns in dark, modern Tokyo. Brutal, fast-paced ninja action with gore and grace. Mixes nostalgia with modern visual fidelity. Co-developed by Platinum Games, expect intensity. Body dismemberment and swift combos define combat. A legacy franchise reboot built for Game Pass. Likely fall 2025 release per showcase lineup. Combo mastery expected as the core challenge. Fans hope it meets or exceeds Ragebound's tone. A signature arcade-level beat-em-up revival. If you crave speed and lethal precision, this hits it. Demo expected around Gamescom or later. A hardcore ninja saga made modern. Ready your sword stance. Ninja legacy continues. Remaster released April 22nd, but joined Game Pass later in 2025. Fully remastered with Unreal Engine 5 visuals. Includes the full Shivering Isles and Nights of the 9 DLC. Nostalgic RPG with modern comforts. Sprinting, UI overhaul, and new graphics fidelity. Elder Scrolls fans rejoice. Oblivion returns. Once an RPG milestone. Now a modern classic. Open world exploration, enhanced in detail. Misty forests, Daedric ruins, and vampire castles. All expansions included. No DLC tax. Play anytime thanks to Game Pass availability. A timeless world made fresh again. Perfect for lore hunters and RPG veterans. Rebirth of a Bethesda classic in one pass. A reminder that great RPGs endure.
And let me tell ya,
Announced at Xbox Games Showcase as Game Pass title. A steampunk first-person RPG from Insula/Volition veterans. Time-bending weapons and mechanical revolutions. Cityscapes change with gear and grimdark narrative. Character creation meets clockwork combat. Dark corridors with shifting timelines await. Role-playing rooted in choice and consequence. A new IP with deep systems and historical tone. Inspired by classic RPGs. Designed for modern Game Pass. A revolution in narrative and gear-based gameplay. Expect branching stories and technical polish. A standout future release worth tracking. Quest lines revolve around mechanized uprisings. Visual design built around ticking gears. Likely mid to late 2025, but Game Pass confirmed. That's it. 10 new Game Pass games to explore this August and beyond. Which game are you jumping into first? Tell us in comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Retrolist HQ and hit the bell.
Lord Griswick. Yes.